Squishy Monster, and today we're going to make homemade Pop-Tarts. It's so easy, you won't even believe it. You can master the pie crust, which is in essence what it is. It's going to be folded over some jam, jelly, preserves, whatever you'd like. And you're going to sprinkle it with all kinds of glaze and sprinkles. It's going to be very easy, easier than you think. Let me show you my ingredients. All my liquid ingredients are cold, so they just came out of the fridge. I just have some flour, some shortening, and I know what you guys are going to say, why shortening, but I've done it with butter, I've done it with shortening. I really like the texture that the shortening imparts. So if you're really creeped out by it, obviously use butter, but I really like the textural difference that this creates. Some cold milk, full fat, you have to use full fat, you guys, and some lemon juice or vinegar. And then for my icing, my glaze, I'm going to do just a very simple one, kind of similar to the other one that we did for the Oreos. It's just some powdered sugar, a little teeny bit of milk, which is why I, just to make it clear, I put it in this tiny little baby dish, and some sprinkles of whatever choice color you want. And then this is the jam that we made. I made a video on it. It's the same jam I did there, and I'll link the video for my jam below. What I've got going in my big bowl here is just my flour, and I added my shortening to it, and it didn't occur to me when I came to house it to bring a pastry cutter with me, so I'm using 2 knives and I'm just cutting it into my flour mixture, and it's going to produce kind of like coarse mealy texture kind of, and then what I'm going to do is add my vinegar or my lemon juice to my milk, let it sit, and I'm going to add that into it as soon as it comes together. My milk and my vinegar or my lemon juice is mixed together. I'm going to pour this in here. And you can use a stand mixer if you like, but I'm working out my muscles today. And you may or may not need to add just a little dribble of ice cold water. You'll just be able to tell for yourself because you'll want your crust to come and like form together just like this. I'm working on my last dough ball, and I want to kind of squish it onto this wax paper. Doesn't have to be perfect, kind of let it like form into a patty. Put some wax paper on that, put the second one on top, and then top it with just a little more wax or parchment. I'm going to pop it into the refrigerator for about 30 to 45 minutes, and then they'll be ready to roll out. You want to sprinkle the surface, the working surface, with just a little bit of flour, but not too much. Kind of spread it around, and you want to make sure you flour your hands and your whatever this is. I think it used to be a rolling pin. But you can also use like a round water bottle. Anything will work. That'll flatten out your dough. I've got my chilled dough here. And let me smooth just a little bit of flour on the surface. And you want to flatten it out. And you're going to cut rectangles out of this so you get that familiar Pop-Tart look. When you have your rectangles cut out, you want to take about a tablespoon of your jam or jelly or preserves and use your finger, your best tool, kind of smooth it out, leave an inch or so of a border around so you don't let it spill out, and take your other half and just kind of lay the hat on top, and then take your fork and then just crimp. And it doesn't have to look perfect. It's going to be awesome because it'll be rustic looking, so that's the fun of it. So here are my Pop-Tarts, and super simple, right? Just crust and some filling and some glaze, and I just put just a few drops of milk into my powdered sugar and made a really thick icing or glaze. That's it. There's nothing else to it. You just smooth it on top with a spoon or a fork or an offset spatula if you want to be technical, and just sprinkle liberally with some coarse colored sugar. That's easy, right? You guys can totally do this. I'm going in for a bite. This looks like my breakfast of like middle school and elementary. This is what this looks like to me. Incredibly flaky, you guys. And what a great way to utilize all that jam. I know when I make jam, I have buckets of it. What a great way to use it. I get the nice flaky, kind of creaminess from the flaky crust, and then you have that nice berry, smooth, sweet filling inside, and then you get that crunch from the sugar. It's not just for decoration. I hope you guys try this out. Thanks so much for spending time with me. This was the Squishy Monster, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye!